Hello my angry nerds, this is Fanboy and welcome to your daily dose of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today's game is coming to you via HomeStoyCup from most current one of last year because today is in 2016. So let me introduce the players to you. In the top right hand position of Central Protocol, you have the one, the only MMA. MMA is our Blue Terran, and he will defend the Emperor to his death. And his opponent today is going to be the Zerg of Zergs, the Ace of Acer, Nerchio, as our red Zerg. So yeah, I saw this game on Spawning Tool and said I have to cast this. I caught some of HomeStoyCup, but I did not catch this game in particular. All the games that I'm going to be casting from HomeStoyCup, I did not actually get to watch, unfortunately. I had other things going on. When HomeStoyCup was going on, I was, in the process of moving. So, MMA does have a barracks, and he is getting a Reaper out. And I'm assuming he's going to expand here relatively shortly. And there he goes. He has a command center on the way. Central Protocol is a very interesting map, because if you're a Terran or a Protoss, you wall in at two places normally. Right here or right here. A lot of players like to wall in here because it's a shorter distance, but you have to not forget you have destructible debris that leads right into your main. So yeah. Let's try to find where that Reaper went from MMA. There he is. And it looks like MMA is going to go for a standard 1-1. Does have both his gas, so I'm assuming he wants tanks. And yeah, he wants tanks. He wants all of it. So that's the thing. Meanwhile, Nerchio has expanded. That Reaper is going to make that Queen hop up in the air, and that Reaper is going to run away. There are lings here for good old Nerchio. They are not speedlings. They are just ordinary, everyday, average lings. There are two already in MMA's base, but those lings are going to be shortly disappointed because, well, there's a wall there. And then that Reaper and that Marine that already has 2 kills, he went out of his way to kill a Overlord that could not escape him. But these lings against those 3, now technically 2 Marines, is those lings are gonna lose. Reaper versus two Marines and a Reaper versus 2 lings. The Marines and Reapers will lose every single day. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. Nerchio does have roaches. Roach Warren popped just recently. There he is. So, yeah. The weird thing is Nerchio has not expanded quite yet. So, one Ravager is on the way. A lot of how do I put this? Non-pro players will get a bunch of roaches and say, I'm going to turn them all into Ravagers. And you shouldn't do that because, well, Ravagers are good, but they are not tanky units. Roaches are tanky. Ravagers are not. And you have a Banshee out for MMA. That Reaper is still alive. Only has 1 kill. But Banshee number 1 is out. Banshee number 2 is coming out with Cloak. Cloak is about to be finished. So MMA pretty much just did a 1-1-1. Is now adding on a bunch of barracks to keep his Marine Marauder force up and running. Meanwhile, Nerchio, not to be outdone, does have evolution chambers on the way and is finally expanding. Yeah, it's a tad bit late, but you know, whatever. Trying to spread creep as best as possible. Only has one creep queen, it looks like, in Central Protocol. Central Protocol is a very big map for a 1v1 map. Nerchio does have spore crawlers at each and every base, so he's not going to completely die to the Banshees, but the Banshees can do a whole hell of a lot of harassment. They do cloak, and they are going to go in and try to get some work done. 1-1 is going for Nerchio, and 1-1 and Stem is going for MMA. But those Banshees do kill off a queen, so they've already done quite a bit of damage. 3 drones have died so far, and we're gonna see probably quite a few more little drone deaths, because Banshees can kill drones faster than a single spore can kill them. So they just have to be conscientious of what they're doing. Roaches are getting speed. There's only 3 of them out on the map at the moment. What Nerchio wants to do is he just wants to produce drones, and Queen, for the most part, is being forced to produce a couple units. Has 7 roaches on the way. No queens to replace the 1 queen that was killed. Did have to get out an overseer. I almost said something else, but I saw the O and I was like, that's not what I think it is. That's not what I'm going to say it is. 3rd base is pretty much already saturated. Needs to get both gases working. 11 drones have died from, I'm assuming, just this Banshee harassment, because I don't see anything else really out there to do the harassment. So these Banshees are doing quite a bit of work. MMA, on the other hand, has expanded again already to a 3rd. You don't see this from Terran players very often because this map is so wide open and so hard, so difficult to expand. So basically, when you're looking at Central Protocol, look at all this open space. All this open space means Zerg loves this map. They don't like choke points. They absolutely utterly hate choke points. There is a good-sized drop of just Marines, no Marauders. Marines are going to are very easily going to force the withdrawal of those roaches until they get into numbers. Here comes a large engagement. 10 SCVs are already dead. The command center is forced to lift up. But there are siege tanks here, so unless a lot of roaches want to die. But look at that concave. The concave's huge. Tanks are going to go down, unfortunately. There is not a huge, large presence of Marines. So, I don't know. Possibly. They are... Nerchio got driven back, but 11 SCVs have died. Mules are going to replace those numbers for the most part. Large stem on the Marines, but the Marines overextend. The tank coverage is all the way back here. Needs to stay near his tanks because those tanks are the ones that are giving out the most DPS. But it looks like Nerchio is going to say, okay, you want to sit there? That's fine with me. I'm going to just go and basically just go around you. And right there, Zerg loves to do this. They will see disadvantage to players' positions and just go around them. Production for MMA is now under attack. Without this production, he has no way to actually produce units. And this lonely SCV is just trying to do his best and gets killed for it, unfortunately. But I don't know what that was. I don't have any idea what that was. But one single tank does go down, unfortunately. But it looks like Nerchio has very, very much control over this whole entire thing. Burrow is being researched right now for Nerchio, and here comes another large engagement. The concave for Nerchio is going to be quite extensive. Does take out tanks on the right-hand side, so Nerchio now is only down to 2 tanks. Doesn't have a lot of Marine or Marauder reinforcement, so that command center is in very, very dangerous waters at the moment. But it looks like Nerchio does want to climb their way back, and it looks like a Liberator is on the field now. We'll have to keep an eye on that Liberator and see what he does. But 18 SCVs killed so far. Worker Splice 58 to 46. We'll look at workers killed here in about 5 seconds. As soon as this attack is done, more production is under attack. These barracks were just built because they were just killed. So there's a large discrepancy, I think, with MMA and Nerchio, because MMA just doesn't really have the kahunas to kill off this Roach and Ravager combo. There is a small attack going on. This Liberator's up to freaking 10 kills. So pretty much just completely and utterly shuts down the gold base for Nerchio and is pretty much invulnerable at this point in time. That medevac's dead. With its lonely Marine inside of it, and says, please, please move, please do something. But that orbital for MMA is pretty much just still sitting there. Here comes another large attack from Nerchio into MMA, and is most likely going to keep that command center from not doing much of anything. And it looks like there's just enough tanks here to keep this Roach and Ravager away from the main. But it looks like, I don't know where... Oh. I'm trying to find that Liberator. I think it died. But if we look, workers killed. Nerchio's killed 43 workers. MMA's only killed 20. So, yeah, that's the thing. Worker supply right now is 41 to 49. A lot closer than Zerg wants it to be. But here comes another main, very large attack into the natural of MMA. More production being lost for the most part. A nice big choke for Zerg to make these Marine Marauders have to go through, but it looks like the firepower for the Marine Marauder is just too much for just the lonely. I mean, these Roaches are 2-2, and so are the Marines. The Marines are 2-2 as well. But another small attack does pretty much clean up the gold base for our Zerg friend. But I don't... This Liberator has 22 kills on it. That's insane. And it looks like while I was tracking along with what was going on at MMA's base, Nerchio's third got wiped out. And if you're screaming at me watching this video saying, hey, go catch that, I'm sorry, I completely and utterly missed it. But Roach is trying to be burrowed and completely got obliterated for the most part. But here comes another attack from Nerchio. He needs to shut down this third now. He has no real alternatives, but he also gets thrown back again because MMA has superior tank fire now. Somehow he's been able to weather the decisive attacks on his production and still be able to produce a whole lot more than what Nerchio is doing. A small roach attack does kill out 5 SCVs. If we look at it, 29 workers killed to 51. The only big problem with this is MMA can replace his SCVs with mules as long as he has the capability of doing so, and Nerchio does call GG. So what Nerchio failed to do was failed to knock down the harassment from MMA, and also he failed to take out MMA's third. If Nerchio could have taken out this third, this game would have gone a whole much different. But Nerchio's third got knocked down, Nerchio's fourth got knocked down. So he was basically left with no minerals. So he had the GG at that point. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. And if you have any positive or negative feedback, like me missing the third of Nerchio going down, please leave it down in my comment section. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.